Shalom, it's following Yeshua. Welcome again to the Rock. I remember 4 or 5 years ago. And at that time, I had shown a video of Sister Ebony. Is when she had arrived here, and I think it was a live stream. And during that live stream, I had a lot of, especially single sisters, come on and tell her, their opinions of her decision to join my house. And people were telling her how it was going to fail. People were saying that, this was going to happen and that was going to happen. All these words. And needless to say, here we are, 4 or 5 years later. And praise y'all, things are moving smooth. The Rock is progressing. We're growing. And a lot of those same sisters that had all these things to say are now back 3, 4 years later, and their tune has changed. And suddenly, the idea of joining a man's house that may already have ribs sounds very appealing. And this is one of the problems that I think we have, is that the speaking from emotions. See, when everything's going great, everybody thinks that life is, they don't have to follow the book. I've told many sisters, you should get covered. I've done videos on getting covered, whole live streams on getting covered, having a cover and having a head. And just like at that time, I don't need to. But then when times start getting bad, you're looking at this financial situation, you're looking at these times that we are coming in this earth, and suddenly now, suddenly everybody wants to consider the thing that they spoke so negatively against, so highly negatively against. And I understand that you may not understand something, but the Bible says in the Apocrypha, understand first, then speak, or then rebuke. So a lot of people were speaking from a lack of understanding, and now that they understand, they don't realize how many bridges they've burned. Sometimes it's better for you just to shut the hell up. Just shut up. And get understanding and get knowledge of a topic. I had people tell me that, you're not going to make it out there 5 years. Now we're growing 95% of our vegetables. 95% of our vegetables. We have gone into sheep. So now we have sheep, we have goats, and we have chickens. I mean, Yah's just blessed us phenomenally. And these same people that had the things that they wanted to say against, the house, against the sisters, against the children, against myself, they're now looking at it and saying, wow. And meanwhile, they're still in the same position. They're still living the same life that they lived back then. They're still dependent on the same things that they were dependent on back then. They haven't made any progression in their own personal lives. And I asked myself the question, why are so many people willing to speak about things that they don't understand? Can you imagine what life would be for a lot of people? What would your life look like if you had to learn to shut the hell up? What would life have looked like if you had to utilize, especially you sisters, utilize the art of closing your mouth? Because for a lot of you, you could have found yourself covered had you ever humbled yourself and had you ever really listened to what was being said. There's brothers out there that seem like they don't like you sisters. But there are equally brothers out there that the information that we're giving is not against you, it's for you, but you take it against you because it goes against your typical westernized religious mindset. When I've said, Yah's ways are better. Some of y'all know, some of y'all sisters, you've said some mean crap about people and their families. Not just mine. When have you gone and said, I apologize, I ask forgiveness, I should not have said that thing? Not just pretending like you didn't say it, let enough time pass, and then you come back and say, hey, I'm here. I'm interested. It doesn't work that way. And I think that you owe a lot of these brothers an apology.